Like, I'll flatly admit, um, basically as Lucifer Star, or Brian, depending on the way you want to look at it as, but basically as Lucifer Star, White Star Lines Company, pretty much, I wanted JFK dead. I wanted Nixon dead. There, for one thing, he was driving around my car, and there was a sufficient amount of evidence to basically warrant his death, pretty much. Like I said, we tried firing him. They posted a note on the White House door saying that he was evicted from the White House and basically could not live there because it was my house, as Lucifer White Star Lines. You know me as the White Star Line Company, Lucifer White Star Lines, mining and shipping. I wanted him out of the White House, basically. It's my house, just like my white DC building. So, anyway, I was kicking him out of my house. And because, I mean, it's not his house. So basically, I built it. I also built the Leaning Tower of Pisa or whatever and all kinds of other stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of many great works, blah, blah. And eventually later on asked a group to basically stabilize it for me as it kept leaning over. And many people did try and do it. And eventually, I forget exactly who did it, but one group did do it. And they and money was paid to them, of course, because it made a fair amount of money just in people going to look at it. You know, but it was kept on leaning more and more and more and more. That's what happens when you don't have caissons, or the caissons. They might have had something, but maybe it rusted out. I don't really know. I really don't care. It's a really old building. Anyway, like I say, many building projects were mine, or I had something to do with them, basically, and they were just fun little projects to do. You know, build it and see what happens. You know, things to see, places to go, all that stuff, tourism and all that. You know, like many people would say. Like, you can look at it one way or you can look at it another way, but basically, pretty much, it was pretty much apparent that pretty much, you know, I didn't, you know, I never said he could live inside of my house. And basically, he was trying to marry Jackie or something like that to live in my house, but it's like she doesn't have any right to the house either. It's Lucifer White Star's house, LS House, just like there is LS Island. That stands for L Lucifer Star, me, Brian, also named Brian. So, and I am the owner of the White Star Lines Company and owner of basically, and also creator of life forms in the galaxy and the universe, the 1.5s, exoskeletons, basically owner of the LSF colony ship, LSF-A, Blackbirds, made from depleted uranium. So, anyway, and I wanted to go live in my house. Basically, I also paid $7,000 to have it renovated. So, anyway, like I say. Anyway, though, and basically, I was kicking him out. So, yeah. So, anyway, and if he would not leave willingly, well, he was going to be forced to leave, pretty much. Like I said, I think maybe some Irish soldiers might have gone over there to pull him out of the house at some point. Kicking and screaming if necessary. Like I said, I own Belfast. I had Irish soldiers, I had German soldiers. You know, White Star Lines. Good Irishmen. So, I also had British soldiers and all that stuff. So, pretty much that's one of the reasons why they're trying to go blah, 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 blah. But like I said, Nixon, he's no one. Anyway, so basically, yeah. And if not, then the Chinese could go pull him out. Like I said, all I have to say is curved spindly wheels and China. You know, curved spoked wheels in China. They remember their printing presses. There are many curved spoked wheel printing presses in China, Singapore, all over the world. So, anyway, as Lucifer White Star Lines, as Brian, I did evict him from my White House. Just like I would evict Trumpy. Like, what the fuck are you doing in my house anyway? Like I say. And the Republicans and Democrats, sensing their imminent demise, did go. I mean, like I said, they're still going to be holding on for years, probably. And then, of course, there's Admiral Rodney! And, it's like, those aren't their ships. They're built by Germany, and they're my battleships. just like there are my White Star submarines at the Pearl Harbor, next to my great big huge White Star fuel tanks. And I mean not Panama, I mean in Pearl Harbor. That's why those fuel tanks were white. Stands for White Star. Anyway, and those were my civilian